Hi folks, welcome to another short video. As promised, as soon as the patch went live, I wanted to show those of you who don't have access to the game at the moment, or for whatever other reason you haven't had a chance to explore it for yourself. I'm currently located right down here in the bottom section of the supply corner on the Republic fleet. On the Empire, the supply section is not on this spot, but you can very easily find it. The reason I'm here is because I want to talk a little bit and show you the 3 new vendors for the equipment, and on the other side we've got the token vendors as well. Now we have 3 vendors for each class, 2 classes on this side and 2 classes on the other side. Very quick look at what the vendors are actually offering. Each one of these items will cost you an unassembled piece and a certain amount of command tokens. The most expensive one in terms of command tokens that you have to pay for the tier 1 is the offhand weapon or the main hand weapon, respectively. The tier 1 vendor does offer upgrade items, obviously, because they are tier 1 and they are, I believe, what BioWare calls them now, legendary tier. That's why they are in gold borders. If you're wondering why the color suddenly changed, it's because that signifies better gear. And the most expensive item here costs 18 tokens and MK15 unassembled offhand item. For the tier 3, excuse me, the most expensive item is again the weapon, and it costs MK15 unassembled item and 28 tokens. A very quick and brief look at this guy right here. He sells the command boost stims. 3 different variations for tier 1, for tier 2 and for tier 3. What you need to remember is that when you purchase those, they will only actively buff you for as long as you're in that tier. So if you purchase a stim for tier 1 and before the stim expires, or I should call it boost, before the boost expires, you will get into tier 2, but you will stop receiving bonus from the stim, so you have to purchase another stim after that. And they cost command tokens as well, 20, 28 and 44.
Thank you for your patronage.
On the next room, right over here, we've got the cooler selection of vendors. Obviously, we've got the tier 2 and tier 3 consular, and then we have the tier 2 and tier 3 smuggler. On this side, we've got the 2 vendors for the trooper, and the last pair of vendors is for the knight. Now, we do have here tier 1 unassembled tokens. This is a unique vendor because obviously it's the same for everybody, since these things are the same for everybody. And yes, again, you're purchasing them with unassembled components. This is one of the few new currencies, and I will not go into details again what the 3 currencies are, how to get them, where to get them, and how to trade with them, because this was a topic on a standalone video and a whole guide on my website, which I've described and published a couple of days ago. Now let's take a very quick brief look at the tier 2 knight unassembled token vendor. These things, as you've noticed already, go way up in price. Obviously, because the items are more worth it and more expensive, therefore. Now, this is an Eternal Command MK15 unassembled relic, for example. It is one of the most expensive ones, and it does cost an extra 120 unassembled components. For tier 3, you will have to pay for the most expensive item. Where was it? There we go. This is the MK15 unassembled main hand in this case, and you have to add to the item another 270 unassembled components.
Come back in one piece.
Those are the locations of the 2 vendors. Right here in the training, combat training area, you will find a slight change in the terminals for the uprisings. Instead of 5 different terminals, we now have only, what was it? Only 2 terminals. One for the 10 uprisings in story mode, and another one for the 10 uprisings in veteran mode. Pretty much pointless change, but since it was here, I just wanted to talk about it and show it to you. And a very quick reminder in case you didn't know about it or you haven't had a chance to explore it yet. This is my new, from, okay, it's 3 days now, 3 days ago, guide. SWTOR 5.1 Endgame Gear Guide for PvP and PvE. In the first page here, we've got the general changes, and I've explained what the 3 new currencies are all about. I've told you about the vendors. I will add the video you're watching right now here to the guide. There are a couple of useful schematics or templates or pictures, I should say, actually, showing you visually what gets rewarded from where. For example, where the components come from, what to do with the components, how to turn them into gear pieces. We've just witnessed the trading requirements on the vendors for all of these conversions. On the second and the third page, I've got tables and information about the operation loot drops, what boss drops where, and how much these items costs for PvP and for PvE. And on the last page, you have a little bit of a mini personal blog with my opinion about these changes with 5.1. Although if you've been watching my videos regularly, and specifically the last 2 or 3 live streams that I did in the past few days, you probably know already what my opinion is. However, my personal opinion doesn't matter that much. Whether I enjoy it or not doesn't mean you can enjoy it or not, right? Let me know what you think. Do you like the 5.1 changes? Do you think that the grind is bigger and worse than before? And do you enjoy actually what BioWare has created for us with 5.1? Do you think that the 3 new currencies are actually going to bring balance into the crazy situation we have with the RNG crates? Wrapping up the video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.